Look at this right here. What is it? Oh, yeah. I've been noticing, like, listen, it almost looks like within a chemtrail, you'll see it's like, it looks almost like a plasma tube or something, dude. It's like they make tubes. Oh, yeah, there you go.
And they don't. What if they look like drones now? That don't even look like a plane.
Oh, for some reason the camera wants to be all blurry. Yeah, here's something else that I noticed too. Yeah, there's a double go by right here. I noticed that it almost looked like where it would look like they were spraying and then they shut it off. Like, look, you could almost see like a boar pig in there. Like, I've been noticing a lot of. Oh, listen, okay, see, okay. Look, you see the line. There's two spots right here. And what I was thinking was that they're not actually shutting them off. They're flying over a spot in the sky that's cloaked. Like there's a cloaked spot that is out there and it looks like it's regular sky, but it's really not. It's like a cloaking device. I mean, I could be wrong, over speculating there, but I've seen the strangest shit in the sky, and I got most of it documented. So I'm not just and there's all kinds of people documenting besides me too. So I mean, there's countless videos now out there, and I'm noticing a lot more people are getting involved in recording these events, and it's definitely being manipulated and engineered somehow. So I mean, who is actually doing that? You know, that's hard to tell. I mean, ultimately, it's it's the there's little green men that live in the earth supposedly. It's called the hollow earth theory. And hyperborea. That's a freaking hidden submarine base in the Antarctic where they said that there was a hole down into a inner Earth that's all like that has its own sun and its own uh power sources and stuff and all this, and the Nazis were channeling these little green men uh from inside of the earth, and they were telling them like secrets, like you got the Foo Fighter, the UFOs, the orbs. We've been seeing those in the sky. I mean, seriously, in the daytime, sometimes I'll see just like a blinking flash in the sky, and I'm wondering what the heck it is. Yeah, but anyway, I'm wondering if there's a cloaking tech, plasma tubes, like straight up. I mean, a cloaking device, would be pretty practical. Like, instead of cloaking the plane, you just create a spot in the sky that is cloaked. Doesn't that look like an eagle right there? Some kind of bird. I mean, another thing I've been seeing in the sky. I mean, it almost looks like, only way I can really describe it is Jacob's ladder. That's another. Uh, I mean, there's a face right there forming. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so it literally looks like the medieval paintings of the angels, the angel wars, in the sky sometimes, and then sometimes you see multitudes of like people. Uh, I mean, I don't know if they're just generating this for the Project Bluebeam, or if this is the real thing. These are the signs and wonders, not the false ones, but the ones that God does before His coming. The sign of Jonah. You see the whale all the time in the sky. I've seen the dragon, the woman. I've seen the two witnesses. All displayed through the clouds. And it's strange. I understand that the devil can do that potentially, but so could God. God said he was going to do that, and he was going to come in the sky. He tells us to look up with glory, 10,000s of his saints clothed in white. I've seen the woman in the wilderness, basically, of Revelations, and she's being chased by a dragon, and he let out a flood, and it looked like a giant wave. And then I saw, a big opening that it didn't get the woman. And this is in Revelations. I seen it in the clouds. I mean, I know that sounds insane, but basically, and that day, for some reason, while I documented it, my camera shut off on the phone on its own. So the whole video that I made where I was talking about this event as it was going down is there, but it's silent. So, but I said, it was like, God reassured me. He's like, look, it wasn't for people to know. This was between us. But whether they believe you or not, that's up to them. And then, here's something else. I think it was in Jeremiah. It says, like, look, the thing about a prophet is like, look, if they said something prophetic and it comes to pass, that will show if they're from God or not. You know what I'm saying? So there's the thing. When people forecast, chemtrail weatherman, the future from the past, the future, or they are on target with prophecy, well, that was for them from God to say to someone, somewhere, somehow. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to take into mind. How often are people right? If someone's hitting, well, there's something going on there. I mean, here's the thing: if you're prophesying by another spirit, well, why you should acknowledge that spirit? You know what I'm saying? In some way or another, people will pronounce their allegiance to an organization, which shows you kind of what spirit they're under. So if they're prophesying by another spirit, they'll acknowledge it somehow, like either by being like in a denomination. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways, denominations do that. Because in a denomination, people have this one belief, but yet they split off into a different camp that has an alternate belief at the same time. And that's really what spiritual fornication and harlotry is when you are dual affiliated. Like, you're a Christian, but you're also a Catholic. You can't be both. It's like you can't come out of it, because if you came out of it, you never were in it in the first place, because it's not something that you can come out of and convert to something else. You were never in it. You were never converted in the first place. So, because once you're in, you'll stick to it. Once you understand how it works, man, you know what I'm saying? They can't use them tricks on you no more. So therefore, it'll thin out the herd big time, quick. Yeah, there's definitely some. That looks like insane, insane portals and stuff. Like, yeah, man, these plasma tubes definitely look like they're trying to create some kind of freaking portal. And, I was thinking about it. It's just like what a wormhole is. A wormhole, if a wormhole happened, it would be like a big dot would show up in the sky for a second, and the things that are in the wormhole would spit out into this thing, and then it would close again. So just because you can't see one that was there in a way, you wouldn't see it until it opens up. That's kind of like how you can think of a portal. It's a tube that has two ends. Or it's like also a tornado. A tornado is like a tube that's got two ends. And on the inside of it, it's moving a lot faster and more crazy than it is on the outside. That's the same thing with these wormholes type things. It's something moving faster inside of the dimensions, and it like travels into dimensions but pops out in ours, basically. So that's all theoretical, but in this day and time, with all the advances in technology, you can see almost how this is really possible. Like, beam me up, Scotty, is like basically is how that could is a good example of how that could work. And even listen, time travel, man. It's like, listen, when I just watched this freaking movie called The Gods of Egypt, and I was thinking to myself, man, this is just really lame. You know, it was so lame that, oh, this is all your gods got. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, in a way, it does kind of portray the gods as the fallen angels, basically, as people with personality, and they make mistakes, which that is good, and they're not perfect. They're not uh they don't do everything right. They're selfish, and they don't really care about people. It's just a system to control people and get people's basically energy and worship from, and adoration, basically. But literally, dude, it looked like these giants were just basically T-1000s from the Terminator. That silver thing that he could change into. Look, that's like a looks like a winged creature, almost like a bat. But on the wings in here, they look like each one like it's got multiple spirits. Like that looks like almost like a baboon face right here. But anyway, yeah, dude. So look, that's holding more and more weight to me that they've been sending people back in time. And look, that looks like a fist right here. They've been sending people back in time, man, like Terminators, T-1000. And that's basically what the gods of Egypt were. They were T-1000 with, a couple of flashing lights on them. And, I mean, listen, even though that is greater than human, but it's still really not an omnipresent, all-powerful God, creator spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it really was awesome to see that mountain exposed as a mud hut. You know, that mountain by night, but a mud hut by day. That whole Egyptology craft, because that's all it is. It's the craft. It's just it's cunningly devised fables, basically. And that is kind of outlined in the movie because, like I said, these things weren't omnipresent, omnipowerful. They were just really like people that were giants with like some kind of metal some kind of metal suit that would shift like the fucking T-1000. So in a way, man, this I don't know how this freaking Terminator keeps coming out more and more freaking prophetic every year. The whole Skynet AI Matrix going on out here. Yeah, here's another thing too. I was reading in Ezekiel recently. Oh, there's another one. This is a big boy right here. I was reading Ezekiel, and it talked about that the glory of the Lord or this angel of the Lord, and it said it looked like a rainbow round about. Like, look, when this thing showed up, and we've been seeing these circular rainbows in the sky here, and look, see how it fades out right there. I'm wondering, oh, there's another little white thing behind it. It's almost like a drone or a fucking. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? Is it? I don't know. Okay, hold up. Whoa, that is the strangest shit. These dudes are like flying at the same speed together. Two planes, but the other one is leaving. No, it's not leaving a chemtrail or a contrail. And look, yeah, see, he sprayed that. It's there to there, but you can't see it in here, but you can see it there. See, I'm wondering if, like I said, man, if this ain't putting up some kind of smoke screen cloaking device where it makes it appear as if it's just the back sky, but it's not. I mean, that's just a theory. Can't prove that, but I watch this stuff a lot. It happens all the time. So yeah, this is chemtrail weatherman. Still out here observing the sky. I mean, it's just it comes so commonplace that I just don't need to constantly paying attention anymore. I just gotta get a look every once in a while. Yeah. Anyway, that gods of Egypt, man, T-1000s, back in time, basically are changing our history as they keep sending them back.